Hello students, welcome to Target AES. Let us continue with module number 16, and in this module I am going to start fresh chapter contouring. Why do we need this contouring? Let us try to understand. I have told you from the very first module that surveying is just two steps. First, finding the relative position. Second one, after finding that relative position, you have to draw it on map. So once you finish these two steps, your surveying part is complete, right? See, now whenever you are finding this relative position, basically you will be finding the horizontal distance between each point, right? But that is not enough. We also have to find what is the vertical distance between each points. Why? Let us try to understand. See, this is one of a beautiful map which you have drawn. Okay, after surveying you have drawn that here you have Batsy and here you have Arnold, just two places. And now after clearing ESC, you were placed in this road construction work, and your officer said, Mr. Go and just construct a road between these two points, Batsy and Arnold. Okay, so you have already done the maps, you have the maps with you, construction maps, you know the horizontal distance. You will say it is just 3 kilometers away. Sir, I will do this work in just 2 weeks and come back. Okay, I will finish this work and report you back in 2 weeks. But when you went there in reality, what you notice is your Amol is somewhere here, your Anol is somewhere here, and Batsy is somewhere here. In between you have a mountain. तो क्या आप ये 3 किलोमीटर का रोड सीधा डाल दोगे? Is that practical? No, right? Will this work be finished in 2 weeks? It is that practical? No, it will be taking at least 1 year, right? So now what happened? You are stuck with work. So always whenever you have to find this position, we need horizontal distance. This horizontal distance, whatever 3 kilometers is that, we should know that. And we should also know what is the vertical distance between these 2 points and what are points there are in between them. How will you knowing? We'll be making use of contour maps. Okay, so what we'll be using? We'll be using contour maps. Contour maps will be something like this, zigzag lines. Can you see these zigzag lines? Okay, so basically these zigzag whatever lines you have, we call it as contour lines, and map showing this will be called as contour map. Okay, I hope it is very clear, right? So what is this contour? First let us try to understand the meaning. Okay, contour line is an imaginary line which connects point of equal elevation. Okay, if you are joining the points of equal elevation, I will be calling that as contour line. For example, take a hill something like this. I have a hill something like this. Okay, so now I have to join points of equal elevation. Let us say from the mean sea level, this point is at 100 meters away. Okay, 100 meters up compared to mean sea level. So if I join all the points on this hill which are at 100 meters above mean sea level, for example this line, and on the back side whatever you cannot see, I am drawing a dashed line. Okay, on the back side. So this whatever you got from the top, you will be seeing something like this, right? So this will be called as contour line of 100 meter elevation. I hope you got it right. समझ में आ गया आपको concept? Right? So if you are drawing one more thing, obviously it is a hill, right? If you are going up, the elevation only increases. Let us say this is 110 meter. Okay, so how you are getting? On the other side also you will be having, and whenever you are seeing from the top, you will be seeing a line like this. This will be 110 meter contour line. I hope you are perfect now. समझ में आ गया आपको? Perfect हो? So contour line is an imaginary line which connects points of equal elevation. Such lines are drawn on a plan of an area after establishing my radius level of several points in that area. See, in the last module we have found the radius level, right? We have used the dumpy level and found what is reduced level of various points. Once you get the reduced level, you have to draw a contour map like this. इसीलिए next chapter में हम क्या पढ़ रहे हैं? Contour पढ़ रहे हैं. So once you know how to find this reduced level, you have to draw it on a map, and the map whatever you are getting, this map we will be calling it as contour map. And basically whenever you are drawing a contour map, right, there is one small catch, but natural hai, but I am just focusing on it. A contour line in an area are drawn keeping difference of elevation in between them constant. So whenever you see a map like this, right, you will be seeing a constant height difference. You can draw whatever height difference, but you will not see 100 ho gaya, next directly it is like 99, and next you are seeing directly is 80. So you won't be having a map like this. Basically you will be drawing a map with almost equal interval. Okay, so this one which you have to understand. So always whenever you see the map, you will be seeing 100, 99, 98, 97, 96, 95 like that only, or 100, 110, 120, 130 like this. Okay, I hope it is very clear, right? Basically we will be keeping the difference as same, the elevation difference as same in between two contour lines. Perfect. Now there are some properties of these contour lines and very important bits come from this. Okay, the short question in your GATE, ESC, not GATE, definitely in ESC and SSC JE type examinations. Okay, so you have to remember 12 odd points and the chapter is finished. So contour lines must close, that means it should always close. You cannot have something like this. Okay, you cannot have a contour line like this. 100-meter elevation, let us say this is a contour line of 100-meter elevation, this one is not acceptable. It should be definitely closing. It might not be circle, it could be something like this also. The line could be something like this also, or it could be straight also, it doesn't matter, but it should be closing. Okay, please do remember that. Not necessarily in the limits of plan. See, whenever you are doing the surveying, you will be not surveying the entire area. That in that area, in that map, you might be getting like this, but in reality when you go and survey, it will be something completely like this. Okay, always your contour will be closing. I hope it is perfect, right? So widely spaced contour indicates flat surface. Let us try to understand. I have a surface like this. Okay, I have a surface like this. This is 100 meters point, this is like 101 meter point, this is like 102 meter point. So how will be my contour lines? Obviously join all the 100 meter elevation, join all the 101 meter elevation, join all the 102 meter elevation. Okay, all around my hill. So all around my whatever undulation it is. Okay, so I will be getting point something like this, right? I will be getting something like this. Fine. So if they are far away like in this diagram, then that means the slope is very less. It is almost like a flat surface. But now in the same way, if I have something like this, a very steepy one, a very steepy one. Okay, now what will be your elevation? 100-meter elevation will be somewhere here, 101 will be somewhere here, 102 will be somewhere here, 103 will be somewhere here, right? I hope you are getting it right. So whenever you are drawing map, so your lines will be extremely close to each other. If the lines are extremely close to each other, that means you have a very steep ground like this diagram. I hope you got it right. So first 2 points you are perfect. So first 3 points you are perfect, right? Closely spaced contour indicates steep ground. Equally spaced contour indicates uniform slope. So if you have something like this, that means this land is uniformly sloped. But if you see uneven or irregular contours, that means the slope is uneven. For example, you got something 100 here, 101 here, and 102 is somewhere here. That means the slope is not uniform. Slope was not uniform. So your diagram is something like this. Okay, the diagram is something like this. Okay, slope is not uniform of that area. I hope you got it right. Point समझ में आ गया. Approximately concentric closed contours during with decreasing values towards center indicate pond. Very important. Give it 5 star. You have to remember. 6th point and 7th point. Okay, approximately concentric closed contours with increasing value towards center indicate hill. So what he is saying, let us try to understand. I have one hill first of all. Okay, so what is happening whenever you are drawing the contours? So this will be my 100-meter elevation line, this will be my 101, 102, 103, so on. So what you are getting values are increasing towards center, right? This was 100 meter above, this was 101, this was 102, this was 103, so on. So what is happening to the values? Values are increasing as you are going inside your diagram. I hope you get it right. So for hills, your values will increase into the diagram. So concentric closed contours with increasing value towards the center, what will it indicate? It indicate hill. Opposite of hill, just imagine there is a pond, something like this. Okay, so if you are drawing if you are joining, just give me a second, if you are joining the points of equal elevation, okay, of that pond, so this will be like 100 meters. This will be, obviously I'm drawing a pond, right? नीचे जा रहा हूँ. Okay, if this is my earth surface, this is my pond. Okay, I'm going down into it. So what is happening? Let us say this is my 99 meter. Let us say this is my 98 meter. So whenever you are drawing contours, what is happening? Here I have 100, here I have 99, here I have 98. If my value is decreasing towards inside, that means it is a pond. Please do remember, values decreasing inside pond, values increasing inside, that will be a hill. So far clear, 7 points are done. There are only 3-4 points left and chapter is finished. Okay, contour lines with U-shaped with convexity towards lower ground indicates a ridge. This is also a very important point. Okay, so if your values are increasing inside something like this, U-shaped curve is increasing something like this, then you have a ridge. What is this ridge? Let us try to understand. But at the same time, I will teach point 8 and point 9 together. contour lines with V shape with convexity towards higher ground indicates valley. So if you have higher values here and lower values inside, okay, then we will be having a valley. Let us try to understand what is ridge and valley. So this is your ridge, okay, ये जो line है, so this line you will be calling it as ridge line. Fine. So whenever you are drawing contour lines, obviously you can understand, right? So this elevation, just try to understand, this elevation will be, let us say, 100 meter, and this elevation will be like 110 meter, this elevation will be like 120 meter, this elevation will be like 130 meter. I hope you got it right. So you are getting U-shape wala diagram and your values are increasing inside, then we will be having this ridge line. So do remember this, very important. So if you have convexity towards lower ground, then that indicates ridge line. That means if your values are increasing into your U, then we will be calling it as ridge. I hope it is clear, right? Now next, if your contour lines with V-shaped convexity towards higher ground, what will it indicate? It indicate valley. Okay, so if your higher values are at outside and lower values are inside, then we will be calling it as valley. So let me show you the diagram and you will be perfect. Along this valley line you can clearly see, right? So what is happening, if I am joining points of equal elevation, let us say this is 100. So obviously this point whatever you are getting on this side, concentrate on this side, so it will be 110. So if I am coming like this, it will be 120. If I am coming like this, it will be 130. So what I am getting lower values inside, then it will represent a valley. I hope it is very clear, right? Then you will be having a valley like this. समझ में आ गया concept? काफी simple है. So please do remember, if the values are more outside and decreasing inside towards your valley line, then we will be calling it as valley. Perfect concept है. Now let us try to understand next one. Contour lines generally do not meet or intercept each other. So if you have contour lines, generally they do not meet, but there are some exceptional cases. Remember, generally they should not intercept or meet, but there are two exceptional cases. The first case is vertical cliff and second one is overhanging cliff. Let us try to understand. Whenever you have some vertical cliff, डायग्राम दिखा दूंगा, क्लियर से समझ जाओगे, ठीक है. सो लेट मी शो यू द डायग्राम ऑफ वर्टिकल क्लिफ. दिस इज अ वर्टिकल क्लिफ. सो इफ यू वांट टू ड्रॉ सम कॉन्टूर लाइंस, लेट अस से दिस इज योर 90 मीटर एलिवेशन, ठीक है. दिस इज योर 100 meter elevation, this is your 110 meter elevation, this is your 120 meter elevation. So whenever you are seeing from the top, you will be having something like this, and you can clearly see that it is almost ending at the same position. So this is your 120 meter line, and whenever you are seeing from the top, you will be feeling this is your 110 meter line, this is your 100 meter line, and this is your 90 meter line. So now you can clearly see all these are meeting at one position. You feel like that, right? So this is one of the exceptional cases. Basically your contours will not meet, but if you have any vertical cliff, then they will be meeting at one side. Okay, they will be meeting at one side. Now there is one more point, very important. If contour lines cross each other, then that will be because of overhanging cliffs. Very simple. If there are any overhanging structure, overhanging cliffs like this, so obviously what will happen, the contour lines will cross each other. Common sense की बात है, because 99 meter elevation is here and here you have some higher elevation. So obviously whenever you are drawing diagram, you will be getting something like this. They will be crossing each other. So your 100 meter line is here and your 90 meter line is here. Okay, just see this. So what is happening? They are crossing each other like this. I hope you got it right. So if you have this overhanging cliff, only in this case your contour lines will be crossing each other. समझ में आ गया concept? भूलोगे नहीं है, perfect हो गए हो. Very simple topic. And let me end it with a very important note, frequently asked it. Elevation difference between two consecutive contours is called as contour interval. See on the map I have drawn this 100, 99, so 98, whatever this difference is there, right? 1 meter difference or 5 meter difference, it is up to you. That equal difference whatever you are taking, that is called as contour interval. So if I am drawing a map like this map has a contour interval of 1 meter. If I am drawing a map like this 100, this is 110 and here 120, this has a contour interval of 10 meters. I hope you got it. समझ में आ गया आपको. And similar that we also have one horizontal equivalent. What is it? Horizontal distance between two consecutive contours is called as horizontal equivalent. So what is the horizontal distance between these two elevations? That distance we will be calling it as horizontal equivalent. I hope you are perfect in this contouring topic. कभी गलती नहीं करोगे, perfect हो गए हो. I wish you all the best for your exams, and in the next module I will be starting areas and volumes. We are almost at the end. Maybe in like 3-4 modules we'll be finishing this entire survey. Okay.